A very good morning to everyone. Students, now we will start with the chapter subject verb agreement. So, the agreeing of two or more elements in a sentence is called a agreement. Okay, and what are the conditions that we have to follow? That the number, say that the sentence is in singular and plural. And second thing is the person, first person, second person and third person. Next is in the gender, masculine, feminine or neuter gender. Okay, so read the following sentences. One of the girls in our class is very talented. The students admire her. In sentence 1, the subject one of the girls is singular in number and is, which is the form of the be verb, is also singular. So we have to take the verb according to the number. Okay. In sentence 2, the subject the students is plural in number and the verb admire is also admire and the verb admire and is also plural. The object her is a singular feminine personal noun. Okay. Next is subject verb agreement. There must be an agreement between the verb and the subject in terms of number and person. Okay. In terms of number and person, if the subject is singular in number, the verb should also be singular in number. Okay. For example, Sushan is a subject in singular number, so the verb we have used is also singular in number. If the subject is plural in number, then the verb we have to use that it is also plural in number. My parents are celebrating their golden wedding anniversary. The form of the verb also needs to be modified according to the person of the subject. Okay, Sakshi is playing in the garden. Ravi and Rajat, there are two persons are working on a project. Shalu and I are baking a pie tomorrow. Next is one table given in which first column verb is given. First person, second person and third person in I, you, he, she, it and any name. In singular we will use am, are and is, and in past tense was, were and was. And when we taken it into plural, first person we, second person you, third person they, Tarun and Tina, plural. Are and in present tense, past tense were is used and object studying is used here. Next is have or had. The verb we have to take have in first person, second person, third person, singular. I, you and he, she, it, any name, Tina. Okay, in present tense have with the have and has, and in past tense had, and that is used in singular. I के साथ आप have का use करोगे. But when we take the plural one, in first person we, second person you, third person they, and the names which is more than one. And in present tense we will take have and in past tense we will take had. Now we take the verb do. Okay, so in the first, second and third person singular we use do and does, and in past tense did, and in the plural with we, you and they and more than one name we use do, and in the past tense we use did. Okay, so next thing is placement of subjects and verbs. Okay, since there is an agreement between the subject and the verb, they need to be placed close to each other. Okay, I love you. So the I is the subject, love is the verb and you is the object. So the subject is placed immediately before the verb. Some sentence subject may not be placed next to the verb. Okay. subject may not be placed next to the verb. This happens when an entire phrase acts as the subject of a sentence. Next is preparatory subject. Sometimes a sentence begins with the word there. In such a sentence, the noun placed after the verb is the actual subject of the sentence and the word there is the preparatory or introductory subject. For example, there was a lion in the jungle. There are 10 books on the shelf. So the actual subject is a lion and in sentence 2, 10 books. Okay. And the actual subject of each sentence is placed after the verb. The word there used in these sentences is the preparatory or introductory subject. Next is nouns joined with the conjunctions. Okay, if two nouns are joined with as well as with or along with, the verb agrees with the noun mentioned first. Okay, nouns joined with either or, neither nor. The verb agrees with the second noun or pronoun when they are joined with either or, neither nor as the subject nouns or pronouns. Neither my friend nor I like noodles. Either the student or the teachers are giving. Okay, or the teachers. Teachers is nearby subject, so we will use the plural form of the verb, are giving the right information. Okay. Now some exercise is given in which you have to fill in the blanks with the appropriate forms of verb. One of our teachers had accompanied us to the book fair. In bracket have is given. Neither Rinku nor her friends are able to give the answer. Everyone felt happy when each of those problems were solved. He had already answered your question. You are the last one to visit the exhibition and so on. In the last exercise, there are 3 columns in which you have to make sentence by using the column A, B and C. I will take some examples. Bittu and Rani are in Kala Bhavan. August has 31 days. An average Indian speaks more than one language. This is how you can make the sentences. This is the chapter. Okay students, thank you.